some of the action from earlier. Lydia at the first.
Off to it with a two-shot lead to start the day. The par fives on this course are by far the easiest holes, so you've got to take advantage and get off to a good start with the birdie.
Danielle King, last week's winner of the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions, began the day 2 back of Lydia Ko. She would roll in that birdie at the first, so this at the third for Kang to tie the lead. Trying to become the 6th in LPGA history to win the first 2 events of a season. Here comes Charlie Hull, this at the 4th. Charlie played a good round of golf in that day to give herself a chance. It was a bit of a struggle for Brooke, a good finish yesterday, and then this at the 8th.
They're showing a lot of creativity around the greens, taking a hybrid.
A big charge. Yuka Saso, the U.S. Women's Open champion, just 20 years old at the 9th.
She really tried coming in yesterday and starting today, telling herself to accelerate.
Yeah, that was a better stroke. Not as much of a swipe across, so solid up and down there.
Does have a really high ball flight. Hit a third shot from that front left bunker. Good opportunity to get one back here.
She hit some putts that she couldn't believe didn't go in yesterday.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot. We've seen players struggle to read these greens. And, you know, I do really think that these players in this second to last group, that Karen, that you're out there watching, they're in kind of a sneaky position.
Lydia's carried it for a long time. Here she is at 10.
That from 157 caught it a little thin sounding. Not the first iron shot that sounded like that this week.
You know, she put those new irons in the bag, Jerry, and I talked to her caddy, Derek, earlier.
She'd never seen Boca Rio. And in her first tournament round on Thursday, 63 with all those putts that Morgan mentioned.
She struggled to commit yesterday, Jerry, but I think shouldn't have as much trouble today.
No, it's not quite as blustery today. Yesterday it was a little unpredictable at times, the wind was.
She had a tough time pulling the trigger with her third here at the 10th yesterday. This was the side of a two-shot swing yesterday. 11.
Yeah, over here on the left side, Sasso's second shot, Karen.
Yeah, she got away with it a little bit. Has an opening. That was from 162. Good clean strike. Should get to the front of the green.
Okay, really good from there. Yeah. Playing a little bit easier than it did the first 3 days.
A little different angle here up the hill as well. Might just inch a hair left.
It's at least 3 in the first 10 holes that she's left right in the jaws.
Just look at the 11th green. There's Danielle Kang in the background.
158, yeah, 158 yards away, Jim. Flag is still on the flagstick, but there's a little breeze in, trying to play a pretty big draw. I think that was intentional.
Wow, good looking shot. It's got a chance. That thing started on what looked like on the right edge of the green. Great stroke. 2 good strokes, 2 good birdies at the 11th. Quite the battle we have in our hands.
C2 playing a pretty sizable draw, and it looks nice in the air.
Well, 2 great iron shots in there. Wonderful shots. The way she stayed covering up on that one. So beautiful shot. Both players have a chance for birdie. Yeah, beautiful putt. As of now, a solo leader, but Kang has a good chance for birdie. Great speed there. Coming down the slope.
Playing with Brooke Henderson is another Canadian, Modemi LeBlanc. Modemi back on the LPGA Tour.
Doesn't waste any time, Morgan, with her game. She gets on with it very quickly.
Trying to make make quick work of this 12th, and that will be another chance for Charlie to tie the lead.
That shadow of that flagstick would just be distracting to me, Karen.
I know, it is funny how some players still leave the flag in, and I don't know, I can't get used to it.
She has had 3 chances to get to 11 under. A couple of those would have tied her for the lead.
And she's like, I don't really know. I just tried to do my very best on every hole. And her caddy, Colin Can, said it was just her attitude. She embraced the challenge. She knew she didn't have to be perfect, but just was really positive out there. And some players dread playing in those conditions, but Celine really just went in there with the, hey, let's do the best we can. Everybody's got to play in the same conditions.
And as bunker shots go, there isn't an easier one than this.
She did chuckle in her press conference the other day about how many bunkers there are around this golf course. Some of the members call it Bunker Rio.
Breeze picking up right now. A lot of help in it. A little bit from the left as well. Put it 40 yards along with a little 8-iron. The line is exceptional.
You usually see the snapping on putts. She knew that one was going to.
Not yet, because the caddies are asking me where everybody else is, but I can tell you this, each brings out the best in the other.
She's got the lead to herself. Danielle Kang, a birdie at the 12th.
Amy Yang now at 17. Pretty good round going today, 300 par. Tied for 13th, 400 total. Oh, this is a great looking shot. One of the best of the day. That was just a moment ago. Wonderful play there. Very aggressive line. Let's get the -5. Oh, man, it just kills your mental as a player. You've hit such a wonderful shot in there and just don't pay it off. Moved her into the top 10. Disappointed in that one.
A little bit of an uphill lie. 3rd ranked sand player all last season on the LPGA Tour. So this one's basic. Still fun to watch.
Would you say shouldn't be too much trouble?
She's definitely one of the best bunker players. Carried that nearly all the way to the hole, put a lot of spin on it, and I think it's just much easier to control.
Charlie Hall now for birdie at 13.
There's a pitch mark about a yard in front of her ball. I think she's playing out to the right of it.
Slow down, ball. Wow. Oh, that's a huge mistake.
She's been struggling with those birdie putts, but sometimes the mentality is a little different on par saves. So maybe she'll make this one. She's left some chances out here, this back nine.
She sure has. That was a big mistake on that first putt. Knocking it a good 12 feet by. Bogey at 13 for Charlie.
Celine Boutier could really use one to fall.
She could. A little 9-iron in here. Hasn't shown a lot of conviction with the putter today. There you go.
She did what very few could do last year. She beat Jin Young Ko.
She doesn't seem to be a player who has a go-to shot around the greens. She hits the one that's required.
She didn't get much spin on that one.
No.
Almost bounced it into the ball.
Yep. Okay. Good solid stroke, but that's a bogey at the 13th.
At 14, Charlie Hull's second.
This from 150. She's using an 8-iron. Wind off the left. A little bit of help too. It's a high shot trying to draw towards the hole.
Hedge and Choi hit a beauty in there, but missed the putt for birdie.
She was working on her stroke. She was trying to make sure that her right shoulder stayed back.
How many chances
She's had a lot of chances, and maybe a little bit too late at this point, but she just isn't having the pace, not having the confident pace on her putts.
Lydia has this knack for just getting the ball to die on the top edge better than anybody I've seen doing this job. That's got plenty of speed.
Yeah, great putt. Once again, just another very good judge of speed. She's one of the best. All right, she makes par at 13. She'll stay at 12 under par.
13.
Yeah, Boutier now for birdie.
A little more left turn in this one. That bobbled early and late.
Yeah.
Not a bad putt.
No, overall, pretty good. She's got her par there. 4 pars this week here at 13.
Didn't seem to be too flustered. Obviously a little frustrated at having to pitch out. This looks lovely.
I mean, that action, Karen, is just textbook. Just perfect tempo, perfect release.
Pretty straightforward here, Morgan.
All right, a great view from behind Karen of just how she accelerates through on those short putts. There's on every putt.
Hejin Choi now here at the 15th for birdie. Coming off the fringes to get the 6 under par. Off just a little bit on her. Still holds its pace. Everybody's leaning. Ah, there you go. Good putt. Now Brooke Henderson, from this angle, she's going right at it. Interesting, I've looked at the computer. Every player in the field has hit this green so far. It's a big green. The whole location that you expect it. Not a whole lot better than that today. Beautiful shot. Oh, man. What could have been?
Just a little overcorrection there. Had a couple pulls.
Yep.
That one was a bit of a push.
Yeah, ever since 13, it just has really cooled off. Missed 3 or 4 really makeable putts. Still a solid round, but man, she had it going.
Here at the 14th, Celine Boutier.
Going with 7 iron here, 156 hole. The left side of the green. Little contour there. Didn't exactly go after it full tilt, right on the same line as where Celine's landed.
Yeah, just didn't hit off the downslope of the bunker like Celine's.
Not really diving out of the sky like it might have.
Oh, showed fantastic control out of that lie, Jerry.
So much for unpredictability.
A little more drama.
Charlie Hall's second shot now at 15.
There's a wedge off its feet, upslope from 134.
Easy to move that from right to left. Off that lie. No, got a great kick. As Brooke said, second hardest hole. Finally, I've seen some birdies. I've now seen 9 birdies. It was stuck on 6 for a while.
Remember, we were talking about second gear. I think she found it on that tee shot.
Mm-hmm.
I've played that hole a lot, Karen. 109.
I know.
That's a big tee ball.
Well, it's coming back a little bit. So all 3 players have a decent chance for birdie. I think that surprised her a little bit.
17.
Yeah, Patty Tepatinikit for birdie. Coming off birdie at 16, even on her round. Oh, and that was just a moment ago, and a beautiful putt. Nice birdie.
Lexi, third at the par 5. This is delicate, isn't it?
Is that any good?
Little thin, little fanned.
Got a decent, got a real good kick. Turned out okay now. Gotta go. It did! Wow! What a great putt.
Jerry, what'd you say about center of the hole?
How's her touch?
Pretty good.
Lies 129 hole. Breeze helping. That was a full wedge to try and generate the most spin possible at front hole location.
Oh, beautiful shot. Good chance for birdie there. Okay, par for Kang.
I'm like, it's gonna bounce back.
That was a good putt. Stay at 1 under on a round, total 9 under.
Some really thick Bermuda grass on that tiny little island in the middle of the bunker. And wise to err on the side of making sure she was past the hole and not leaving it in the bunker.
You been there before? You're an honorary member here?
I have not been over there.
Turned 20 right after winning the U.S. Women's Open last June. Tap in par for her. Opportunity missed.
Yeah, that's got to hurt with only 170 yards in on the par 5.
We almost don't have enough fingers on one hand to count how many chances that she's had. This one should break a bit left. Finally.
Okay. Tied for third with Yuka.
Little down breeze here for Yuka. It's another good-looking shot here.
Yeah, it's a very aggressive line. Beautiful shot. 2 great shots in there. Wonderful.
This one should move a little bit to the right.
There you go. Good read. Good, solid, confident stroke. Great iron shot, too.
Just got a little heavy there.
It's matching birdies from a similar spot in the bunker at this 16 for Kang and Co. Like a putt almost to Lydia. Up and down for birdie, and Lydia leads by 2. Kang has a chance to answer here. All right, good catch. That moves her into a tie for 4th with Charlie Hall.
I have to feel like that was almost close to a must make. That birdie putt there.
Yeah, with Lydia in there close. 4 under par on a round, 13 total.
It's from 137, using the 9-iron. Low was pretty good, maybe a smidge fluffy.
There's not a faster recoil, I don't think, on the LPGA than Charlie. Charlie Hall for birdie. There's only been 6 all day.
This from 137, off of an upslope.
137.
There's a little 9-iron. Another flowing stroke.
Yes. Yuka, birdie finish. She posts 12 under.
Yeah, conviction there, Jim.
Yeah, it was. Great putt. What a rally here at the end. Wonderful birdie. Aggressive shot in there. Back-to-back birdies. Good, solid back 9.
Dude, you can finish with 3 in a row. You're 156 downhill lie. Typically that goes a little right. This one didn't. This was a little pull. But that carries.
Yeah, it's a game of inches. I mean, Lydia's ball and Celine's ball probably landed about 2 feet apart.
Great start to the season for Celine Boutier.
That's on that same line left, cutting a bit.
Okay, the plot thickens. Who else would you have rather had hitting that bunker shot if you needed a par? It's another win for one of the greats of her generation, Lydia Ko. A 17th LPGA Tour title